Hey, English learners. Welcome to the Easy English Podcast from English Life Channel, your calm place to learn English through real conversations. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. Sarah, I need help with a time management mystery.
A mystery?
Yesterday I woke up on time, left home on time, and checked my schedule before breakfast. Somehow, by 10 o'clock, I felt late.
You were on time, but you felt late?
Exactly. My calendar looked calm and professional. I looked like I was escaping from it.
So, the calendar was organized, but the person carrying it was not.
The calendar had confidence. I had panic in my eyes and very fast feet.
Then today's conversation is for you, and for anyone whose schedule looks reasonable until real life touches it.
We'll learn how to leave space between activities, match difficult work to your energy, finish clearly, and recover when plans change.
We'll also practice 6 natural expressions you can use when talking about busy days. Listen carefully, speak with us, and connect the examples to your own life.
Good. My Saturday needs a lesson, an explanation, and possibly an apology.
Start with the lesson. What happened?
I built a beautiful schedule. Grocery shopping at 8, the bank at 9, exercise at 10, the pharmacy after that, then lunch with my cousin.
No gaps?
Not one. Every activity stood directly beside the next one, like they were afraid of being alone.
So everything was back to back.
Back to back. My calendar was full. My common sense had apparently taken the morning off.
What was the first problem?
The grocery store was crowded, and one checkout line stopped moving. I waited 12 extra minutes.
12 minutes should not destroy a whole morning.
It should not, but my schedule reacted like those 12 minutes had arrived with legal documents.
And suddenly, you were running behind.
Exactly. I had started on time, but I was still running behind.
Running behind means being later than you planned to be.
That sentence described my whole morning.
Then here is the first useful lesson. Starting on time is not enough when your schedule has no room for real life.
I learned that lesson 12 minutes late.
And how did that feel?
Honestly, I felt annoyed with myself. I kept checking the time. I started walking faster. I carried the shopping bags to the car like I was in a competition nobody had invited me to.
Were you thinking about the bank by then?
The bank, the exercise class, the pharmacy, lunch, everything. I was standing in one place, but my mind was already arguing with the next 4 hours.
That sounds exhausting.
It was, and then I made it worse.
And this is where rushing made the problem worse. What did you do?
I decided I could recover the lost 12 minutes by rushing. I drove to the bank, parked too far away, walked quickly, and reached the door feeling very proud.
Let me guess. There was another delay.
The bank had not opened yet.
Oh no.
I had rushed to arrive 3 minutes before opening time, so I stood outside, breathing heavily, holding a folder, and questioning all my life choices.
Haha, that is a painful kind of punctuality.
Very painful. I had planned the appointment time, but I had not planned the waiting time, the parking time, or the time it takes to move from one place to another.
And your exercise class?
I missed it. I looked at the clock and realized I could either arrive late and stressed or accept that it no longer fit.
Which did you choose?
At first, I chose emotional drama.
Haha, naturally.
I sat in the car and thought, that's it. The day is ruined.
Because one activity no longer fit?
Yes, my brain turned one missed class into a full documentary about my failure as an adult.
Most people make the day worse at this point. They try to save the original schedule instead of changing it.
That was exactly what I was doing.
What changed?
I looked at the rest of the schedule and noticed something obvious. The important fixed commitments were the bank and lunch with my cousin. The pharmacy could wait. Exercise could happen later. The grocery shopping was already done.
So the day was not ruined.
No, the plan had changed, but the day was still usable.
That is an important difference. A changed plan is not automatically a failed day.
It really is. I moved the pharmacy visit to Monday. I sent a message to the exercise center and booked another class. Then I drove to a quiet cafe near the restaurant, where I was meeting my cousin.
What did you do there?
Nothing impressive. I sat down, I drank water, I answered one message. Then I had 10 calm minutes before lunch.
And how did that feel compared with the rushing?
Completely different. The strange part is that I did fewer things, but I felt more in control.
Because you stopped trying to force the original schedule to survive.
Exactly. I kept treating the schedule like a glass object. Once it cracked, I thought everything was lost.
But a useful schedule should be adjustable.
Yes, it should bend a little. Mine had no room to bend because everything was back to back.
That brings us to the first full lesson. A useful schedule needs breathing room.
Breathing room. I like that expression.
Breathing room means a little extra time between activities. It gives you space for travel, waiting, preparation, or a small delay.
So it is not empty time with no purpose.
No, it protects the rest of your plan.
I used to see 10 empty minutes and think, great, I can add another task.
Many people do that, but then the schedule only works if everything starts and finishes perfectly.
And real life does not enjoy being perfect.
Right. A meeting may begin late. Traffic may be slow. A phone call may take longer than expected.
Or you may need 5 minutes to become a person again after speaking to the bank.
Haha, that too.
So how much breathing room should we leave?
It depends. For something simple at home, 5 or 10 minutes may be enough. Between appointments in different places, you may need more.
My mistake was planning the activities, but forgetting the movement between them.
Here is a simple check. Look at 2 activities on tomorrow's schedule and ask what needs to happen between them.
Maybe I need travel time.
Maybe you need preparation time.
Maybe I have to wait.
Or maybe you need a short mental break. Imagine finishing a stressful work call and immediately starting English practice. The clock says you are free, but your mind is still inside the call.
So a 10-minute gap can help me arrive mentally, not only physically.
That is real breathing room.
Let me try a sentence. I have 2 appointments this afternoon, so I'm leaving some breathing room between them.
That sounds natural and useful.
My meetings were back to back, so I started running behind.
And that sentence shows the problem clearly. Back to back means one activity follows another with almost no time between them.
I wish I had known that on Saturday. I could have said, my calendar has no breathing room, and I am about to become unpleasant.
The English would have been useful. The warning might also have helped your family.
Haha, fair point.
Now think about your day. Where are your activities too close together?
Maybe in the morning, after work, or between family responsibilities and English practice.
Choose one place and add one realistic gap. You do not need to rebuild your entire week.
Even 10 minutes?
Even 10 minutes. The goal is not to waste time. The goal is to stop one small delay from controlling the whole day.
I used to believe a full calendar meant I was using time well.
A full calendar can also mean there is no place for real life to happen.
That line is staying with me.
Space is only one part of the problem. The next part is energy.
I was hoping we could manage time without discussing the condition of the person using it.
Unfortunately, the person is involved.
There goes my simplest plan.
2 free hours can look identical on a calendar, but they do not always give you the same amount of focus.
I understand that. Some mornings I can finish difficult work quickly. In the evening, I may read one paragraph 4 times and still understand nothing.
That happened to me recently.
What were you working on?
I needed to write an important proposal. It required careful thinking, clear wording, and several decisions.
So it was a high-focus task.
Yes, but I scheduled it for late afternoon after 3 long calls.
So even the calm, organized host can place a difficult task at the worst possible time.
Occasionally. Please appreciate this rare moment of honesty.
I am taking careful notes.
I thought, I still have 2 free hours. This is perfect. Then I opened the document and wrote 2 sentences.
Good start.
I read them and deleted them.
Less good.
I wrote another version, changed 3 words, read it again, and deleted most of it.
I know that cycle.
After nearly 40 minutes, I had 1 sentence that I did not even like. I kept thinking, why is this taking so long? This should be easy.
That private sentence can make everything worse.
It can. Instead of noticing that I was mentally drained, I decided I was being slow and undisciplined.
Mentally drained means your mind has very little energy left.
Right. You may still be awake and technically free, but concentrating, deciding, and creating feel difficult.
What did you do?
At first, I pushed harder. I stared at the screen, moved 1 sentence up, moved it down again, and told myself to focus.
Did that work?
Not really. Then I noticed that I was trying to do the wrong type of task for that part of my day.
What would have worked better?
Something routine. I could organize files, answer simple messages, check dates, or prepare materials for the next morning.
Tasks that need less deep thinking.
Exactly. So I stopped writing the proposal and left myself a clear note. Tomorrow morning, begin with the main problem and explain why it matters.
That gave you an easy place to restart.
Yes. Then I completed 2 simple tasks and closed the laptop.
What happened the next morning?
I returned to the proposal when I was sharpest.
Sharpest means most alert and able to think clearly.
Right. I read my note and wrote the opening section in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
20 minutes. The same task had felt almost impossible the previous afternoon.
That is a huge difference.
It taught me to ask 2 questions. When am I free? And when can I do this task well?
The second question changes the plan.
It does. Before we classify the tasks, let's do a quick energy check.
Good. Give me a situation.
You have finished 3 difficult meetings and have 20 quiet minutes. What would you do?
I would not begin my hardest writing task. I might organize my notes, answer 1 simple message, or prepare tomorrow's first step.
Now imagine it is your clearest hour of the day and nobody needs you for 30 minutes.
I should protect that time for writing, difficult study, planning, or an important decision.
That is the principle. The goal is not to judge your energy. The goal is to use it honestly.
So how should we think about different tasks?
Some tasks need deep thinking. Some require attention to people. Others are simple and familiar.
And now we can give those groups names.
Right. Work that needs deep thinking can be called high-focus work.
Writing, difficult study, planning, and solving complicated problems.
Tasks involving people can be called social tasks.
Meetings, calls, teaching, and helping someone. This kind of work requires a different form of attention, but it can still leave us tired.
Simple and familiar work can be called routine work.
Organizing, checking information, preparing clothes, washing dishes, or answering easy messages.
The rule is not do every important task in the morning.
Because not everyone is strongest in the morning.
Some people think better in the afternoon or evening. The goal is to know when you are sharpest and protect that time, especially for one task that truly needs it.
What about people who cannot control most of their schedule?
That is common. Work, family, and appointments may control large parts of the day. Small adjustments can still help.
Such as,
you may not be able to move a meeting, but you can avoid placing your hardest personal task immediately after it. Or you can prepare part of the task earlier.
I could read the instructions when I feel clear and complete the task later.
That preparation gives you an easier beginning later.
This applies to English learning too, right?
Absolutely. When your mind is clear, study something difficult, write, or practice a new structure. When you are tired, listen to an easy conversation, review familiar phrases, or speak for 5 minutes about your day.
So tired practice can still be useful.
Yes, it simply needs to match your energy.
Learners often create one perfect study plan and then feel guilty when they cannot follow it.
A better question is, what kind of English practice fits me right now?
Let me try. I'm mentally drained, so I'll review easy vocabulary instead of starting a difficult lesson.
That is how someone would naturally explain the choice.
I'm sharpest in the morning, so I do my writing practice before work.
And that protects your strongest energy for work that needs it.
I often do the opposite. I use my best energy on small tasks and save important work for the end of the day.
Then small tasks receive your strongest energy and important work receives whatever is left.
That explains many disappointing evenings.
Try reversing that pattern once or twice this week. Protect 20 or 30 minutes of your clearest time for one demanding task.
And move routine work to a lower energy period.
You are not creating more hours. You are using different hours more wisely.
That feels practical, but I have another problem.
Only one?
For this part of the episode, yes.
Haha, go ahead.
Even when I choose the right time, I lose time when I return to unfinished work the next day.
Because you cannot remember where you stopped?
Exactly. Last week I had several documents open, notes in 2 places, and about 12 browser tabs.
12?
That number may have been emotionally edited.
Haha, meaning there were more.
Possibly. It was late, so I simply closed the laptop.
Did you wrap up the work first?
No. The next morning, I opened everything and remembered that the tabs were important, but I did not remember why.
And now you had to rebuild yesterday's thinking.
I clicked from one tab to another, reread my notes, opened the main document, and tried to rebuild the whole situation in my mind.
How long did that take?
Almost half an hour.
So you saved 5 minutes at night and lost almost 30 minutes the next morning.
Exactly. I stopped working, but I did not wrap things up.
To wrap something up means bringing the current part to a clear stopping point. It does not always mean finishing the whole project.
So wrapping up is not completing everything. It is leaving a clear landing point.
Exactly. What would tomorrow's Alex need to know?
2 things: where I stopped and what I should do first when I return.
Good. Write those 2 lines before you close the task.
My note could say, I compared the first 2 options. Tomorrow, check the cost of the third option and make the final choice.
You have just designed the method yourself.
I would like that officially recorded.
It is recorded. Now give me a 2-line restart note for a report you are stopping halfway through.
I finished the introduction and checked the first chart. Tomorrow, begin with the second chart and write the conclusion.
That is clear. Tomorrow you can begin immediately instead of opening every file and hoping for inspiration.
Tomorrow's Alex approves of this system.
That note helps you pick up where you left off.
To pick up where you left off means to continue from the point where you stopped.
Exactly. It gives you a clear point to restart.
I usually waste time rebuilding the whole task in my mind.
A short restart note prevents that.
Restart note. That name is easy to remember.
You are leaving clear instructions for tomorrow's version of yourself.
Tomorrow's Alex needs very clear instructions.
Apparently.
He is a nice person. He just remembers nothing.
Then tonight's Alex should help him.
There is another benefit. When I stop without a clear note, the task stays in my mind all evening.
Because your brain is trying to hold on to unfinished information.
I may be eating dinner, but part of my mind is repeating, do not forget the third option.
A restart note gives that information a safe place. You can return to it tomorrow.
so it protects tomorrow's focus and tonight's peace.
A good ending protects the next beginning.
That sounds like something I should put beside my desk.
You may use it, but do not spend 40 minutes choosing the font.
Haha, you understand me too well.
Let's make it practical. Before you stop an unfinished task today, write where you stopped and what you will do first next time.
Then read the note before opening every file and tab.
That gives tomorrow a much calmer beginning.
I need 5 minutes to wrap up before I leave.
Useful and natural.
I wrote a short note so I could pick up where I left off the next morning.
That sounds like something people really say.
This makes me realize that managing time is not only about starting,
Finishing well matters too.
and sometimes the hardest part is knowing when to finish.
That was my next lesson.
You had trouble stopping?
I had one small task that quietly consumed an entire evening.
I am ready to feel personally attacked again.
It was not a dramatic task. That was the problem.
Small tasks are dangerous because they look innocent.
Yes, I had finished an important document. It was clear and ready to send, but I opened it again for one final improvement.
The famous final improvement.
I changed one sentence. Then another sentence looked slightly weak. I adjusted a heading, checked the spacing, changed one word, changed it back, and read the document again.
How long did that final improvement take?
Nearly 2 hours.
2 hours?
I planned to finish at 6. When I looked at the clock again, it was almost 8.
What were you thinking?
Just 5 more minutes.
That sentence has stolen many evenings.
It has. The work was already good enough. I was not fixing a serious problem. I was searching for a feeling of perfect certainty.
And that feeling never arrived.
No, every small change created another possible change.
So the task had no clear finish line.
Exactly. I knew when to start, but I had never decided what finished meant.
I do that too. I say, I'll work on the report, or I'll clean the kitchen, or I'll study English.
Those activities can continue for a very long time.
Study English could mean 10 minutes, 2 hours, or the rest of my natural life.
Haha, your grammar book would probably accept that offer.
It has been waiting patiently.
The simple solution is to decide what result is enough for today.
So the task needs a finish line before it begins. Is that what people mean by a clear definition of done?
Exactly.
Then explain it in simple English for us.
Before you begin, complete this sentence. For today, this task is finished when...
For your document, for today, this task is finished when I check the facts, correct clear mistakes, and read it once.
After that, you can send it or close it.
Even if one sentence is not absolutely perfect.
Especially then. A stopping point does not mean being careless. It means choosing the level of quality the task really needs.
Different tasks need different standards.
A legal document needs more checking than a casual message. A public presentation may need several revisions. A private note may need none.
So we should not give every task the highest possible standard.
That would be exhausting and unnecessary.
That sounds fair.
Quick challenge. Give me a clear finish line for tonight's English practice.
I'm finished when I listen to one short conversation, write 3 useful phrases, and say one example with each phrase.
Now, give me one for exercise.
I'm finished when I walk for 20 minutes and stretch for 5.
And if you do not know how long a task will take, use a time boundary. I'll work for 40 minutes, then stop and review.
So the finish line can be a result or a decision point.
Exactly. In my case, I finally read the same sentence 3 times and realized I was no longer improving it. I was only changing it.
There is a difference between improvement and movement.
A big difference. I saved the document, closed the laptop, and said, I'm going to call it a day.
To call it a day means to stop working for the day.
Yes. It means you have done enough for now. The whole project may not be finished, but today's work is ending.
I've finished the most important part, so I'm going to call it a day.
That sounds natural and confident.
We've been working since morning. Let's call it a day and continue tomorrow.
Also useful at work.
Did you feel guilty after stopping?
For a few minutes. Then I made dinner, moved away from the desk, and noticed how tired I was.
So stopping was the responsible choice.
It was. Continuing would not have produced better work. It would only have taken more time from the evening.
People often treat personal time as the part of the day that can always be removed.
Work expands, errands expand, and favors expand. If we are not careful, rest receives whatever remains.
Which may be nothing.
A clear stopping boundary protects quiet but important parts of life: eating, talking to family, exercising, reading, and resting.
Time management is not successful if every task is complete, but you are always exhausted.
A good schedule should support real life, not remove it.
So rest is not a prize we receive only after every possible task disappears.
Exactly. Another message, dish, improvement, or useful video will almost always be waiting.
If I wait until nothing remains, I may never stop.
That is why a clear boundary matters. It protects the person doing the work, as well as the work itself.
That helps when the day follows the plan, but what happens when the plan changes completely?
Then you need a recovery method.
I need that more than another perfect schedule.
Most people do. Based on your Saturday, what are the 2 common mistakes people make when a plan changes?
First, they squeeze every original task into less time and create more rushing.
And the second?
They abandon the whole day and say, "I'll start again tomorrow."
Exactly. You have already diagnosed the problem.
Experience is an expensive teacher.
A better response is one simple question. What still fits?
Give me an example.
Imagine you plan to finish work at 5, exercise at 5:30, cook dinner at 6:30, and practice English at 8.
A full but possible evening.
Then an urgent work problem keeps you busy until 6:15.
Now the original plan does not fit.
Right. You could rush through exercise, cook while stressed, and begin English practice tired and late.
Or cancel everything and spend the evening feeling defeated.
Or you could use the next fixed point reset.
What is a fixed point?
It is the next commitment that should not move. In this example, dinner with your family at 7 may be the fixed point.
So I check the real time before 7.
You have 45 minutes. A full workout, shower, and cooking session do not fit.
But 10 minutes of movement and helping with a simple dinner might fit.
Then, English practice can be shorter or moved.
So I am not trying to save the old schedule.
Exactly. You are making an honest plan with the time that remains.
The steps are: find the next fixed point, check the real time, and choose what still fits.
That is the method.
What if the next fixed point is several hours away?
Use the same method, but do not fill every minute again. Leave some breathing room.
Otherwise, I recreate the same problem.
And recovery should not produce another impossible schedule.
Quick version for an English learner. I planned a full lesson, but a family member needed help. Now I have 20 minutes before bed.
What is the fixed point?
Bedtime, because sleep matters.
What still fits?
1 short conversation and 3 practice sentences.
And if you are completely exhausted?
I would put the book on the table, choose tomorrow's lesson, and rest.
That is enough. Preparation can make tomorrow's beginning easier without forcing another task into tonight.
So a changed plan is not automatically a failed plan.
No, it is a plan adjusted to reality.
Let me practice. My appointment took longer than expected, so I started running behind.
That clearly explains the delay.
I checked what still fit before my next meeting.
That question brings you back to the present.
I moved the less urgent task and left some breathing room.
That protects the rest of the plan.
I finished the important part and called it a day.
And that gives the evening a clear ending.
This method feels less dramatic than the way I usually react.
How do you usually react?
One delay happens, and I hold a small funeral for the entire schedule.
Haha, that sounds emotionally expensive.
It is. There are speeches, regret, and no useful action.
Replace all of that with one calm question. What still fits?
Not, how can I force everything to fit?
Right.
And not, why does this always happen to me?
And not that either.
What still fits brings me back to the present.
That is why it works. It focuses on the time and energy you actually have, not the time you expected to have.
I think the ideas connect now.
Give us the quick version.
Leave breathing room. Match tasks to your energy. Wrap up unfinished work. Decide what finished means. And when the plan changes, ask what still fits.
That connects the whole method.
Thank you. I am becoming organized during the episode.
Let's not celebrate too early.
Haha, fair. I still have 12 browser tabs open.
Now let's turn the 6 main expressions into natural spoken English.
Is this our phrase tour?
Yes, but we are sharing the teaching this time. Each phrase will include pronunciation, a natural upgrade, and a real situation.
Good. I have made enough mistakes to qualify for 3 phrases.
That is not the usual training program, but we will use it. First, back to back.
Back to back.
In natural speech, the middle word is weak. Back to back. It means one activity comes immediately after another.
Basic English. My appointments were very close together.
Natural English. My appointments were back to back.
My meetings were back to back, so I had no time to prepare.
Next, running behind.
Running behind.
Keep the words smooth and connected. Running behind. It means being later than you plan to be.
Basic English. I was going to be late for my next appointment.
Natural English. I started running behind.
The first appointment ran long, so I started running behind.
Quick question. Why were you late for lunch?
My morning appointments were back to back, and the last one ran long, so I started running behind.
Third, breathing room.
Breathing room.
Stress the first word, breathing room. It means extra time that protects your schedule.
Basic English. I added extra time between 2 activities.
Natural English. I left some breathing room between them.
Could we leave some breathing room between the calls? I need a few minutes to take notes.
Natural and polite. Your turn to lead.
Fourth, wrap up.
Wrap up.
Connect the final sound in wrap smoothly to up, wrap up. It means bringing the current part to a clear ending.
Basic English. I finished the current part before leaving.
Natural English. I wrapped things up before I left.
I need 10 minutes to wrap up before I leave.
Fifth, pick up where I left off.
Pick up where I left off.
Say it in 2 chunks first. Pick up and where I left off. Then connect them naturally.
Basic English. I continued from the same point the next day.
Natural English. I picked up where I left off.
My restart note helps me pick up where I left off.
How can you continue an unfinished project tomorrow?
I'll leave myself a clear note so I can pick up where I left off.
Finally, call it a day.
Call it a day.
Connect the words smoothly when you speak. Call it a day. It means stopping work because you have done enough for now.
Basic English. I stopped working for today.
Natural English. I called it a day.
I completed the important section, wrapped things up, and called it a day.
Excellent. The student has become the teacher.
For 3 phrases, stay humble. Now combine all 6 expressions in one natural answer.
Yesterday, I scheduled several errands back to back. One appointment took longer than expected, so I started running behind. Instead of rushing, I moved one flexible task and left some breathing room before dinner. Later, I wrapped up my unfinished work and wrote a short note. That helped me pick up where I left off this morning. When the planned work was complete, I called it a day.
Clear, natural, and realistic.
More importantly, it sounds like a person who did not hold a funeral for his schedule.
Progress. Before you go, choose one idea from today's conversation and use it in your real life.
Maybe you need more breathing room between two activities.
Maybe you need to protect your strongest energy, write a restart note, or decide when to call it a day.
Then practice your English with us. Write one sentence in the comments beginning with, "I need more breathing room when."
Complete it with a real situation from your life. Keep your sentence simple, clear, and honest.
We read your comments, and your sentence may also help another English learner.
If this conversation helped you, like the video and subscribe to English Life channel for more practical English you can use every day.
And share this episode with someone whose calendar looks confident, even when they do not.
Haha, one small change is enough for today.
Practice your English, protect your time, and keep moving forward.
Before we finish, let's return to your Saturday morning.
The morning when my calendar had confidence and I had panic in my eyes and very fast feet.
That one. You started on time but still felt late because your schedule had no space for real life.
I was treating time management like a test of speed. I thought I could force every task into the day if I moved fast enough.
What do you believe now?
A well-managed day is not necessarily a packed day. It is a day where I know what matters, understand my energy, leave room for transitions, and adjust when something changes.
Not perfect control.
Realistic direction.
Not completing every possible task.
Completing what genuinely matters and protecting enough energy for the rest of life.
Choose one action from today's conversation. Add breathing room, protect your strongest energy, write a restart note, set a clear stopping point, or ask, what still fits?
One change is enough. Do not create a 12-step system tonight.
Especially if designing the system takes 3 hours.
My color-coded calendar feels observed.
It can recover. So can you.
Good. Tomorrow the calendar can keep its confidence, and I will save the very fast feet for exercise.
That sounds like progress. Thank you for spending this time with us. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex.
Manage your time gently.
Use your English confidently.
And when you have done enough for today,
Call it a day.
see you next time.